Yeah, Assalamualaikum. Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning, Doctor.
Morning. Thanks for responding, Rush. Alright. So saya ada di UMK Library dekat kampus Bacok. Kosong library ni, besar. So tak tahulah sama ada you dah pernah sampai kat sini. Uh, Sangat-sangat berbeza dengan library kita dekat PC. So library ni kosong. Tengok banyak lagi rak-rak buku yang belum diisi. So hopefully you'll be able to come here and visit yourself. It's a very huge library. There are so many books there, and hopefully you can come here and then study also. Because when I like to go to the library just to study and write something, and you also should do the same. Boleh dengar jelas tak? Boleh dengar jelas? Can you hear me?
Boleh, Doktor, boleh.
Alright, thanks. Okay, saya nampak Rush, apa saya ni nampak apa Alicia yang tunjukkan dia punya gambar. Siapa lagi ni? Nampak you punya ni. So okay lah, good for you to show yourself. And I believe you all look tired. I also look very tired. Nampak exhausted. I do not know. Maybe psychologically this COVID-19 really get into us. So we become so exhausted. Something is not right. And of course we need time to adjust with our new norms. Masih lagi and maybe some of us are waiting that we can go back to the old days where we can just simply go out and enjoy our life. But unfortunately we can't afford to do so because of this COVID-19, and I do not know when it will be end. And I hope probably next year after we have received the vaccine, things will go back to normal. But I'm a bit skeptical because of course we will be delayed. There will be delay. Of course, the other developed countries are still waiting also for the vaccine, and Malaysia, I don't know what is our turn to get the vaccine because everyone is actually running for the vaccine. Of course, they will give the priority for the developed countries first, like USA, all those European countries, China. So we developing countries, we have to wait. But in the meantime, we have to go on with life. We have to get used to this new norm. Okay. So for today's tutorial, as usual, I'm not gonna lecture new materials. There will be new material that I will talk about on Tuesday during our lecture. Last week we didn't have the live lecture because of the weather, and then today's weather is very bright, a lot of sunshine. So I take this opportunity to go out. Last week I was at home enjoying this cool weather, but today it looks like it's sunny, a lot of sunshine. So dekat I think you all pun cuaca pun saya rasa dah improve lah. Alright. Cuma yesterday I think they have announced the PKPD we can all cross state without have to go and ask permission for the police. So but still we have to be very careful, follow the SOP, alright. Don't get slack off, don't be complacent, alright. And the cases are still high, especially in Selangor, Kelang. So banyak lagi. Johor also, Terengganu, Pahang is okay. Kelantan, KB is still in the red zone. So we have to be very careful. So don't go to a crowded place area. Alright. So how's your project going? Macam mana dengan you punya group project? Okay tak? How's your group project? Because those are the important components of your assessment. So very big point for that, 40%. Okay. Do you have any questions on your group project? Ada soalan tak? Ada soalan? Boleh buat? Dah buat ke belum?
Dalam proses.
Dalam proses. Okay lah, it's good lah. It's a work in progress. Okay, good. I want to show you about you punya coursework assessment for this subject. I think I have shown you before, but I will show it again for everyone so that you are aware what are the assessment for you that you have to complete in order to apa ni pass this subject. Hold on. So what do you see on your screen? Nampak apa kat screen tu? What do you see on your screen?
Coursework assessment.
Okay, good. So this is the summary for your coursework assessment for this subject. Okay. So this week or next week, alright, you will have one quiz to be taken. You have to take one quiz. So I will let you know what are the topics to be tested during lecture time. I think most probably there will be one quiz next week during tutorial. Okay, it's a timing punya quiz, ada masa dia mungkin 1 hour. Just a very short quiz. Okay, topic included is topic 1, week 1 until week 3. Okay, week 1 until week 3. Okay, but I will brief you all again on Tuesday during lecture. Alright, but we will do it the quiz next week during tutorial. Okay, topik 1 hingga topik 3. Okay, very short quiz, multiple choice questions, and then of course there will be 1 or 2 short answers, and we will use Google Form online. Okay, I will distribute to you the link, and then you can do it through Google Form, and mark is 10%. Okay, so there will be multiple quizzes. I haven't decided yet how many quizzes, but the total quizzes or test is 10 points. Okay, for the individual assignment, I think this one is the assignment that you have submitted to me, the tutorial assignment. Okay, you have already submitted a few, so those assignment worth 10%. I think all of you have submitted through eCampus. Okay, good. I haven't marked yet, but I've seen through a few of you of the exercises. All right, and then another assessment is group project, whereby you have to write a report. I already share with you the format of the reports. You have to submit through eCampus. Only group leader have to submit the assignment through eCampus, and those assignment or those group project worth 30 point, 30 markah. Okay, and then group project presentation, oral presentation is 10%. And this one, it's not going to be a live oral presentation. It's pre-recorded, meaning you have to record your presentation and then you submit to me. You can also use your whatever platform that you want. You can use Google Drive or whatever, or you can submit to me through eCampus also. Okay, those presentation worth 10 points. Okay, right. And then finally, for your final assessment, it's going to be an open book test. So this assessment will be in the form of essays, short answers, and also perhaps MCQs also. A combination of questions. And of course, we will do it Google form. And this one is scheduled in February, if I'm not mistaken, or January, after we have ended our semester, this semester. I will let you know the exact date Okay, so it's going to be open book test, of course 2.5 hours, something like that. Okay, and then it will be scheduled either in January or February. I haven't finalized the date yet. And those open book tests were 40%. Right? So altogether, all these 5 assessment worth 100%. Okay? Faham tak? Faham?
Faham, Doktor.
Okay, jelas ah?
Yes.
Okay, alright. So nanti saya akan masukkan those summary of the assessment dalam you punya e-campus. Just to make sure everyone aware of the assessments and ready. Okay. Right. Any questions about your assessment? Clear? Okay, good. Alright, so
Sir.
yeah.
For the oral presentation, every group member need to in the video?
It's up to the group leader, but of course I would advise every group leader to participate. All right, because since I do not know every one of you, all right, so I have to at least be able to recognize you through that presentation. Okay, you can just simply ask one person to present, and then after that you just introduce your group members to me. Okay, so that I can know every one of you. Nanti saya tak kenal siapa.
Doktor,
Ya.
Doktor,
Ya.
saya nak tanya yang oral presentation tu, kumpulan kami dah buat dalam PowerPoint tau. Lepas tu kami record suara dalam tu. Boleh ke? Tak nampak muka lah. Cuma dengar suara je.
Wah, buat siap ke? You dah siap dah?
Dah step proceed dah separuh dah hantar dah.
Dia lambat lagi. Dia berakhir pula ni. Okay, boleh buat macam tu, tapi at the end you tambah lagi, you tambah slide. Just your group members all line up together. Okay, and then just put some pictures on it ataupun whatever, just to make sure that I know every one of the group members. Tidak, saya tak kenal siapa you all.
Okay, kalau macam tu saya letak gambar kita orang je lah, sebab kita orang dah separuh buat. Kan? Boleh kan?
Boleh letak gambar. Just say hi lah.
Okay, Doktor.
Okay. Lambat lagi due ni, boleh ubah. Okay. Boleh ubah lambat. Due end of December. Okay. But if you can just have apa nama ni, pictures on it, I don't want just your PowerPoint kalau boleh jangan nampak terlalu bosan sangat. Must have some pictures on it. Jangan ada tulisan saja, writing. I want you guys to make it simple. You punya presentation tu must be lively. You show some pictures or maybe some videos or something about the restaurants. Something that can give me clues that you have done this project. Alright. But of course, with SOP lah, you know when you I don't know how you do it. I don't know whether you go and talk to the operator or not. But if you can, like I've said, you can just simply put some pictures, some menus, alright, list of menus, alright. How do they come out with this food cost? What are their income? That kind of information. I don't expect the details of it, like food cost percentage. Of course, if you ask them, they won't know. You have to do it for them. Especially if you go and talk to these small restaurants, small and medium restaurants. But if you have the opportunity to talk to a very big restaurants, okay, for example, a fine dining or those established restaurants, of course, you get all the details. But for the street, ada restoran jalanan ni saya tak jangka. Saya tak mengharapkan dia dapatkan detail. Cuma you have to make some assumption, kena buat andaian bila you buat projek macam ni. Of course you punya assumption must be reasonable, must be valid lah. I mean it makes sense. Jangan you buat assumption benda yang tak masuk akal. Contohnya dia buat pendapatan 1 juta ke apa, dia kerja tepi jalan, buka kedai tepi jalan dan sebagainya, tapi generate duit sampai 1 juta, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so you have to be very reasonable when you put your report or when you write something about the selected restaurants. Alright? Alright, ada soalan lagi tak?
Sir, Sir,
Yeah.
yang untuk video presentation tu kena berapa lama ya? How
Okay.
many minutes?
Okay. So I won't go more than 20 minutes. Okay. But I won't go less than 5 minutes. So 10, okay, 10 minutes is okay lah. Okay, 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, 5 to 10 minutes. So that is the ideal length of the video. If you go longer than 10 minutes, of course I won't have time to watch it. So try to make it within 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Of course, I can know the detail when I read your report. Alright. But just briefly say something or share with me what the restaurant is all about and how did you do it. Okay, something like that. I don't want you just to say something that you already mentioned in your report. Okay, because I can just simply read the report and I'll get the details. So this is something that you want to share with me that you cannot, for example, provide in your report. Boleh tak? Benda-benda yang you nak kongsi ni dalam video tu adalah benda yang mungkin you tak ceritakan dengan jelas dalam you punya report. Jangan you ambil ayat dalam report tu you masukkan dalam you punya PowerPoint. Yang tu saya dah tahu. Okay, so saya nak benda yang mungkin you tak boleh nak masukkan dalam report you. Okay, and then you nak cuba sampaikan pada saya. Okay, dalam within 5 to 10 minutes. Faham tak? Okay, something new lah. Other than your report. Sebab saya dah tahu. Report tu saya dah baca. So saya nak additional information. You can tak semestinya jadi formal. Formal sangat tak perlu. Informal pun tak apa. It's a form of conversation. Just do it creatively. Buat macam style reporting ke apa semua. Kalau you tak belum buat lagi, you go in front of the restaurant. Okay, jauh-jauh sikit lah. Jangan dekat-dekat sangat restoran tu. Orang kata flat. Buat macam reporters type of style lah. Reporting journal ni lah. Wartawan tengok. Something like that. So that will be interesting. So if you can do that, I'll give you 10 points. Okay, so easy. Because meaning that is your effort. You go and talk in front of the restaurant, buat macam style wartawan dengan ada you punya mask, okay, ada physical punya distancing, social distancing apa semua. So that will be great. I don't mind giving you full marks for that presentation. Because that is beyond my expectation. Okay. Tapi saya dah bagi tahu you all ni, saya tak tahu mungkin you all pergi buat. Tapi kalau you ada yang buat macam tu, so that is something that I would say you deserve 10 marks for that presentation. And of course, you get high points for your report if you choose to do like that. Because that is beyond, I would call, my expectation. Alright? Okay. Any other question? Faham? Yeah. Yeah. Chia, can you just simply turn on you punya video? I want to know you. Ni Chia ni. Okay. Malu ke? Kan okay tu. Okay, Chia.
For the due date, end of December means that 31 of December?
31 December. Ada saya tak mention exact date lah.
Tak.
Tak mention. Kita punya semester, end of December, right? Is it? I have to double check again. Yeah. Alright, sure. 31st December. For the time it's 31st December. So you have about 3 more weeks to go. Okay? But
Okay. Yes, sir.
I'll give you the exact date later. After I've checked with my difficulty, what is actually this semester end officially. Okay? Alright, good. Any other question that you want to ask? How's your assignment? Your tutorial assignments, okay? Boleh buat? Alright. For the next few weeks, there'll be more topics that we will cover, and most of it will involve calculation. Okay, for the next lecture, what I want you guys to do is to read chapter in your ebook. In your ebook. Okay, in your ebook. Okay, you can read chapter 10. Okay, ebook chapter 10, page number 320, planning for profit. Okay, so please read that chapter first, because we will discuss on that material, on that chapter uh, for this week lecture. Okay, so we learn about menu analysis. How do we analyze menu? We call it menu engineering. So those also it's quite easy, but of course it requires us to do some analysis on the food cost percentage, contribution margin, something like that. So you have to be familiar with all these concepts, all these formulas, in order to understand the materials. All right, and of course you have to also familiar yourself with the Excel. Kena tahu guna Excel. Sebab bila you tahu guna Excel ni lagi mudah untuk you document this apa ni data. But all these are about data. Kita nak dapatkan data mengenai kita punya food cost, food sale kita. Okay, how much do we spend on buying raw materials? How much do we get for profit? And those are documented. Kita document dalam tu dalam bentuk Excel. Kita save. And then for our future reference to do budgeting dan sebagainya. Alright, so that's why mungkin you all tak belajar. You ada belajar Excel tak dekat UMK? Ada tak kelas untuk belajar Excel? Ada? Ada? Ada tak subjek yang ajar Excel? IT? Ada? Siapa angguk? Alicia ada angguk. Apa benda yang angguk? Pernah belajar ke? Belum belajar?
Ada kelas IT.
IT kelas apa tu? Tahun berapa yang ambil? Ingat lagi?
Tahun 2.
Kelas IT siapa ajar?
Dah lupa nama.
Ya. Kelas, bukan kelas fakulti kan? Kelas subjek lain, kelas fakulti lain kan?
Tak ingat lah.
Tak ingat. Tapi I mean some of you, not all of you have learned this Excel, and in fact some of us tidak tahu apa guna apa words. Sebab word tu ada juga function-function yang mungkin kita tak habis lagi explore. But all this function is very useful if you know how to use it properly. Macam Excel banyak function-function dia. In fact you can also analyze your data menggunakan Excel sebab you boleh guna graph dan sebagainya for your presentation, for your reports. Very nice graph. Tak perlu guna SPSS kalau you buat PPTA tu. In fact you hanya guna Excel saja to present your data. Ada function dia, cuma kita tak kerti guna. Kalau kita tengok contohnya kalau you masuk Excel ni, okay, kalau you tengok review all these formulas ni, ada macam-macam ni especially on data ni, consolidate, what if analysis, subtotal, sort, filter, contact, all this data punya analysis is very interesting if we know how to use it. This formula, alright, how to do graph, okay, macam-macam. This insert graph apa semua, visitor data, visualizer, people graph, Bing Mac, apa benda, pivot chart, sparkling, all this formula kita tak boleh tak jarang guna, tapi actually it's very interesting. So benda ni you can just simply learn from the YouTube. You don't need to actually attend classes because it's all there mentioned to you. So that's why I'm quite also worried about my profession, because you guys, you didn't have to attend university to learn. Everything you can learn from the YouTube. Alright, semua ada kat situ. In fact, everything, almost everything. So the future of education is at stake actually, especially during this time. So why pay a lot of money to go into university? At the end of the day, you end up getting no job. Okay, compared to those who don't spend anything but they get a job. Tak ada degree pun dapat. So that is very tricky part. But of course, going to university, of course, not for us to get a job alone. We learn, we share. So those are the things that we learn at university. Tapi sekarang sebab sekarang ni zaman COVID-19, kita tak boleh nak socialize. So yang tu, dekat universiti ni kita boleh socialize. We get along, we learn about social skills, those soft skills. How do we communicate? Okay, so yang tu yang advantage datang ke universiti. And then we network. So you among your friends are networking. You network with each other. Okay. Okay, so let me show you this assignment. I remember last week punya, at the end of the lecture, okay. I ask you to do this. This, ingat tak? Yang these exercises, this exercise, Sophia own. You buat tak ni? Buat tak? This exercise, lecture week 7, 8. Buat ke tak buat? Buat tak? Aku suruh buat tak buat?
Buat.
Buat Ras betul ke Ras buat ni? Cuba tunjuk Ras buat ke tak? Buat tak? Tu sebelah you.
Dalam kertas, doktor.
Apa dia?
Dalam kertas.
Dalam kertas.
Belum buat dalam Excel.
Belum
Nanti
buat
saya buat
Excel.
dalam Excel saja.
Okey, tak apalah. Okey, tu bila saya tak minta you all submit, ramai yang tak buat. So that's why I prefer you to submit to me. Alright. Baru you buat. Kalau saya kata buat, you takkan buat. Kebanyakan lah. Ada yang buat tu bagus lah. Alright. Okay, just I want to show you this. Okay. So this is actually the how do we do this exercise tadi. Sophie's restaurant. Okay, sales dia RM75,000. Percentage, kita nak tahu apa dia punya soalan dia tadi. Kita nak tahu dia punya dia punya revenue and expenses. Okay, you nak tengok cost of food percentage of the total sales dia. Nak tengok percentage of the total sale berapa. Berapa persen of all these components. Total cost of food, total cost of labor, other controllable expenses, non-controllable expenses. Okay, dia punya portion dia per sales. Okay, kalau sales ni kalau tengok 100% lah. Meaning 75,000 bahagi dengan 75,000 kali dengan 100. So dapat 100%. So total cost of food 33.3% adalah 25,000 you bahagikan dengan 75,000. Dan you darabkan dengan 100. Dapatlah 33%. Maksudnya kita spend 33.3%. Okay. For cost of food. Daripada sale ni. Okay. Total cost of labor. Cost labor ni maksud kita bayar gaji. Kita bayar upah dan sebagainya. Okay. Allowance. 20,000. So this 20,000 adalah 26.7% daripada jumlah sales kita. Okay. And the rest other controllable expenses, non-controllable expenses. So apa dia controllable expenses ni? If you can remember. Apa dia controllable expenses if you can remember? Ingat lagi. Apa dia jenis-jenis perbelanjaan yang kita boleh control dalam food service? Ingat tak apa dia? Boleh, can you give us example? Apa dia? Apa dia?
Pembelian bahan mentah.
Pembelian bahan mentah. Betul, keras. Controllable expenses. Iaitu food cost. Yes, we can control also. But I'm talking about other controllable expenses. Okay, iaitu kita panggil variable cost. Yang cakap pembelian bahan mentah adalah variable cost. And it is controllable. I'm talking about other controllable expenses. Selain daripada variable cost. Of course, kita boleh control those raw material. Lagi apa? Contohnya apa? Controllable expenses. Kita baca ni. Mudah aja. Apa dia? Nak test lah ni.
Salary.
Apa dia?
Salary.
Yes, salary. Staff salary boleh control. You can ask them
Marketing,
marketing, yes, we can control.
pemasaran.
Boleh control. Advertising, kita boleh control. Because it's beyond our control. We can choose not to advertise. We can also choose to advertise. Beyond our control. You can just simply pay those people to distribute dia punya advertisement kan. You print out something, okay, a menu, for example, and then you ask somebody to distribute the menu to the public. And that also involve cost. Ada cost tu. Tapi kita boleh juga pilih untuk tak buat macam tu. So meaning we can control. But if you choose to do that, you have to pay. And that is also masuk under other controllable expenses. Salary, utilities. Apa dia utilities? Kita apa dia utilities punya cost? Apa dia utilities?
Electric, gas, water semua.
Yeah, electricity, gas. Okay. Elektrik kita boleh control aircon. Ada setengah company dia kalau dah cuaca dah sejuk, dia tak turn on dia punya aircon. So they can save money on this electricity. So those are other controllable expenses. Okay. Yeah, utilities. All those supplies, food supplies, macam straw, paper cup, okay, yang tu also controllable. It's beyond, within kita punya control. And of course there are others. Okay, you read on your own. And what are the non-controllable expenses? Tadi other controllable expenses, ni non-controllable. Cost yang kita tak boleh
Tax. Tax. Cukai.
Cukai, yes, cukai kita tak boleh control. Contohnya duty cukai yang daripada majlis bandaran, dia ada rate dia. Yang tu fix cukai dia. So kita tak boleh nak control yang tu. Yang tu kita panggil non-controllable. Tak boleh nak kawal. Lagi lah selain apa lagi? Contoh dia.
Franchise interest.
Franchise fees, franchise fees. Interest fees. Okay, if you apply a loan from the bank, those fees are fixed, especially kalau you go for the fixed loan. Tapi ada sekarang loan dia panggil floating. Dia punya bergantung kepada market punya interest rate, ada berubah. Tapi mostly dia tetap. And then kalau ada perubahan daripada bank negara, dia kata nak ubah dia punya kadar dia. So kena ubah lah. Okay. Fees pun, franchise fee pun ada juga. Kadang-kadang franchise fees boleh jadi dia panggil mix. Ada satu lagi panggil mix fees. Mana dia ada elemen controllable and then non-controllable. Mix ni maksudnya ada yang fix, ada yang boleh berubah. Yang tetap dan juga boleh berubah. Itu panggil mix fees. Contohnya franchise fee ditetapkan mungkin berdasarkan sale 1%, contohnya percentage of sales, dan juga ada fixed amount dia. Ada juga yang franchise fees dia buat macam tu. Okay. So yang berubah ni adalah yang dikatakan based on sales. Contohnya 2% of the total sale tu you kena bayar dekat franchise company. Tapi ada juga yang tetap, 2,000 tetap. Every month kena bayar. And satu lagi 2% of your total sale. So ada mixed element di situ. Ada yang fixed, ada yang berubah. Okay. Itu faham lah. You have to understand all this. Okay. These non-controllable expenses 5,000. So 10,000 ada controllable profit. So ni you nak minta you isi this one. Okay. Saya dah buat dah ini for you. Just to share with you. Okay, other controllable expenses 10,000. So this 13% adalah age 17. Alright. 10,000 bahagi dengan 70,000 darab dengan 100. So dapatlah 13%. Maknanya other controllable expenses ni 10,000 ni adalah 13% daripada sales. Okay. Okay, 7% ini adalah 5,000 bahagi dengan 75,000. Dapatlah okay, 7%. So untuk non-controllable expenses ini adalah 7% daripada sales. Okay, profit. Okay. 33,000 bahagi dengan 75,000 darab dengan 100, dapat 44%. So this 44% adalah jumlah daripada sale tu. Yang the rest tu adalah kita bayar untuk expenses. Kita hanya dapat profit 44% daripada total sales kita. Alright. Ataupun ini juga cara kita kira adalah okay, 75,000 you tolak dengan all those expenses. This is all the expenses. 25,000, 2,000, 1,000, 5,000, you campur semua. Right? And then tolak sales. Sales ni tolak dengan semua ni. Dapatlah 33,000. Ni pun sama juga. Okay. H16 mana ni? Right? Profit, you bahagikan dengan sales. 75,000. Dapatlah. Mana pergi? Okay. 44%. Okay. Boleh? Boleh? So those are the single exercise that I want you to do it lah. So I hope everyone can or able to do this question lah. Okay, this is very easy, and of course there will be other difficult question, very challenging, that might test you. Not only you have to come up with the figure, but also you have to explain what the figures is all about. Nak kena justify. You dapat this percentage, you kena explain pula. So those are the type of question that I might test you lah, especially during your open book test. Alright, soalan-soalan yang orang kata yang memerlukan bukan sekadar tahu mengira, tapi you boleh explain pula apa yang that number mean. Yang tu yang the another step that you are required to do. Okay, sekarang dah pukul 10.40. Alright, ada soalan tak? Before we end our tutorial.
Doktor.
Ya, saya. Safira, boleh buka you punya tu. You punya video. Kamera.
Doktor, saya nak tanya yang soalan Sofia tu kan.
Ya.
Saya dah buat juga, tapi saya buat amount dengan percentage je. Lepas tu dekat dia punya soalan tu kan ada revenue dengan expenses. So kita kena tambah kolom untuk buat revenue dengan expenses ke?
Tambah kolom mana? Kolom kat mana you tambah?
Ke just buat macam tu je?
Macam ni cukup.
Oh macam tu je, sebab dekat soalan tu saya keliru sebab dia tanya revenue dengan expenses. Yang tu.
Sales is your revenue. This is your revenue.
So kiranya okay. Just buat macam tu je lah.
Ya.
Okay.
Ni actually revenue.
Lepas tu doktor, macam biasa saya punya jawapan kan, saya selalu ada letak point kat belakang. So kena terus buat macam tu lah ya.
Jangan letak point.
Point-point tu tak nak lah.
Tak payah, tak nak convert terus to 32% macam ni.
So terus bundarkan terus lah
Ya,
macam
bundar.
tu. Okay doktor. Terima kasih.
Okey, jangan bagi point-point. Dia berserabut, buat point-point ni dia serabut sikit. Macam ni nampak kemas neat. Sebab orang biasa buat dalam 2 titik perpuluhan. Bukan 2 titik perpuluhan, mana macam ni pun okey. Okay, bundarkan terus. Expenses ni lah. Okay, this is all the expenses. Alright. Okay. So this is all the expenses. Yang ni revenue. Okay. Ni profit. Profit ni untung bersih. Ni pendapatan. Pendapatan bersih. Hasil jualan sama saja. Okey. Ada soalan lagi? Tak ada? Okey, kalau tak ada nanti saya nak minta you scan lah. Macam biasa. Sekejap. Saya record this punya lecture tutorial hari ni. And for tomorrow punya tutorial dia tak perlu ni lah. Tak perlu buat live lah. Saya just tengok dia punya ni saja. Okay, so saya turn off dia punya recording dah habis dah.